cigarette commercials of the guys and the girls smoking just to look cool like the Marlboro Man. I remember the Virginia Slims woman on television saying, "No right to vote? Smoke in front of a man? Heaven forbid! Now you have your own cigarette. You've come a long way, baby." They were everywhere, those smokers. Restaurants, cars, movie theaters, for goodness sake. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests, allow me to tell you what led me to begin smoking, my journey to quitting smoking, and how I remain a non-smoker today. My first experience with the addictive effects of nicotine began when I was just a cute little fetus in the womb. Fast forward to when I was a child. I remember my mom, brother, and sister smoking in the house. That smoke smelled toxic. Did you know that there are 69 chemicals that are created from smoke that are known to cause cancer? My father, someone I admire very much, had quit smoking years before I was born. At age 14, I wanted to be grown up, so my friends and I decided to start smoking. Say hello to my little friend. I felt grown up. I felt cool. I smoked at parties. I smoked alone. I smoked to relax, and I smoked on the phone. This friend was always there for me. No questions asked, no arguing, just a subtle infiltration of my healthy cells and a quiet stealing of my self-respect. At age 22, I was getting sick of how I was feeling about myself with smoking. I felt ashamed. I thought my father would be so disappointed. And I felt conflicted. I was playing all these sports, and yet I was secretly smoking. I thought, who am I? I had thoughts of thinking such as, I must be very weak if I'm going to continue to do this habit that is dirty, filthy, deadly. And I must be stupid for putting poison into my lungs. My mom had just suffered a stroke, and I knew that smoking was a part of it, and I didn't want the same fate. So I began quitting for a few hours, days, and weeks at a time. Yet this quitting went on for 6 years. You see, my husband and I, we would sit on the porch and smoke together. And when I was ready to quit, it was very frustrating for me to see him still smoking. So I was continually sucked back into the habit, like the smoke I sucked into my lungs. Finally, my friend Karen, she was a nurse, and she found the Fresh Start support group in Stewart, and she urged me to attend a meeting. Right away, I liked it. And on February 5th, 1995, on my father's birthday, I quit for good. The first 3 days of the withdrawal process are the hardest. So I stayed at Karen's apartment, and she helped me through it. Soon afterwards, I was ready to start a branch of the Fresh Start support group at the Port St. Lucie Library. Sometimes there was only 1 or 2 members besides me. Sometimes it was just me. But I knew I had to commit to the meeting so that I could remain a non-smoker. While I was driving, I would put in a cassette tape that directed me to repeat, "I am free of smoking. I choose to breathe fresh air." And that really helped me. Most importantly, I relied on God. When I had an urge to smoke, I knew God could get me through it. And that's when I was successful at smoking, quitting smoking. Even after 19 years, there are 3 tools that I use to remain a non-smoker. I remember that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. When I see someone smoking, I silently pray for them. And I count my blessings, which include having energy and feeling healthy, having no fear of lung cancer or heart disease, and knowing that I can be a positive influence in others' lives including my own. I hope. Now, this evening you heard what led me to begin smoking, my journey in quitting smoking, and how I remain a non-smoker. I hope that some of the information you heard tonight can help you or someone that you know to conquer a bad habit, to live with freedom and peace of mind, to go from foolishness to freedom. I am free of my past. I am free at last. Mr. Toastmaster,